Finally, when we come to the end of the module, as always, we want to be able to take all these skills and models and understanding and apply them to real problems. Problems that aren't just solved in one step, that might take many more steps to solve, like in real life. So, here's a problem. John used a 1 3/4 kilograms of salt to melt ice on his sidewalk. He then used another 3 4/5 kilograms on his driveway. If he originally bought 10 kilograms of salt, how much salt does he have left after he uses it all on his driveway and his sidewalk? So, first I'm going to model this with our tape diagram that we've used all year long to help us model problems. I'm going to draw a nice tape, and then I'm going to think this whole tape is going to represent the 10 kilograms of salt that he has. That's all of it. Now I've got this part here, which is the sidewalk. And that represents 1 3/4 kilograms. And then I've got this part here, which is a little larger because it's more, 3 4/5. That's going to be the driveway. And that represents 3 4/5 kilograms. I'm making sure to label everything correctly. I'm learning how to make sure that I connect what I know about the words to a model that'll help me understand. And then I've got this part here, which is going to represent the leftover. Because I've used up all of this, this is what's left over. And that's the part I do not know. So I show that with a question mark. This will help me decide what to do. And in this case, when I look at my model, I see, oh, I got to figure out how much this is first, and then I can take it away from the 10 kilograms, and I'll know how much I have left. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two fractions together, and I know how to do that. Let me get a different color here. I'm going to take 1 3/4 and 3 4/5, and I'm going to add them up. I'm going to find a common denominator, which would be 20. I will multiply by 4 here and get 16/20. I'll multiply by 5 here and get 15/20, and add that together, and I get 31/20. 1 plus 3 is 4. And I know, of course, from all my work before that I cannot leave a fraction like that is greater than 1. So I'm going to pull the 20/20 out of that fraction, leaving me with 11 more 20ths. 20 plus 11 is 31. And I'm going to take this and add it to the 4 and leave that at the end, giving me 5 11/20 kilograms of salt. Now 5 11/20 kilograms is this much here. 5 11/20 kilograms. Now I got to figure out what this part is. And to do that, I'm going to solve this equation. 10 minus 5 11/20. That's a very similar problem to ones we worked on back in topic C. So I'm going to do that over here. 10 minus 5 11/20. Well, I look at that problem and I see, oh, that's a problem. I don't have any 20ths here to subtract that from. So I've got to borrow. And for the 1 that I took away from the 10, I'm going to get 20/20. And 20/20 minus 11/20 is 9/20. Notice again, we are decomposing, changing 10 into 9 and 20/20, which is still 10. But now we have enough 20ths to subtract. And 9 minus 5 is 4. Now, and that represents kilograms, and that would be our leftover. And then, of course, at the end, we always write a sentence to answer our question. How much salt does he have left? John has 4 9/20 kilograms of salt